Hey, what up everybody, this is Stevie Breach coming to you. It's still raining here in Sacramento. I just had to run down to the corner and clear out the little drain in the street because it is flooding all over the street, flooding over the entire intersection next to my house. It's raining cats and dogs here. I was able to catch the WWE SmackDown from February 28th, the Batista promo that everyone is talking about, everyone is hyped for tonight, the so-called heel promo from Dave Batista. Honestly, this promo from Batista honestly really does set him apart from the rest of the roster. Did he exactly turn heel? No, not really. But is he exactly a babyface anymore? I don't think so. The only thing that I can really refer to this from the past is basically going back around the time of WrestleMania 11, after Diesel had won the WrestleMania match against Shawn Michaels. The crowd at the shows it sort of started to turn. They really wanted Shawn Michaels to win the championship at WrestleMania 11, even though he was a heel. And when Shawn gave Diesel the big super kick, and Diesel kicked out at 1, the fans sort of just really resented him. He went into that special slot of guys that people believe are getting the super push and they don't really deserve it. Maybe like Rocky Die, something a lot like that, where guys just get their push too early. The fans turn on them because they're tired of them getting shoved down their throat. Basically Diesel would come out there and he would still be a babyface, but if you wanted to boo the guy, he would boo the guy. He used to come out and he used to wear the glove. And he used to put his fist up in the air like this, like for Big Daddy Cool. And like if you were wearing the glove, he would walk up to you and he'd give you the fist bump because he knew you were on Team Diesel. And that made me like the biggest mark in the world. That was like, when I go to a show, I'm gonna buy the Diesel thing. That way I can have the glove on and he'll know I'm a Diesel fan. I always liked Diesel. I always liked Kevin Nash. I'm watching a Kevin Nash match right now. Well, not anymore. It just ended. Nash versus Goldberg, Bash at the Beach 2000 on the WWE Network. Not the greatest show in the world right there, but we're still watching it. Basically, but with Batista going into WrestleMania 30, it's pretty much locked down that it is. I mean, like any of the dream sequences, I can see them taking the belt off Orton and give it to somebody else. But it's pretty much locked up. Orton versus Batista is going to be your main event. And they need to put like a cloud of mystery around this guy. If people are going to like Batista, people are going to boo the guy. Because if WrestleMania was tomorrow, people are going to boo this guy out of the building. People don't care. I've gone on to that Chicago Raw hijacking Twitter. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but somebody's come up with their own Twitter. And people tweet in their suggestions about things people should chant on Raw on Monday. And some people even just, say, when Batista comes out on Raw, everybody just stand up and turn around. That way, like, all you see on TV is just the people's backs of their heads. I mean, like, I've seen people do this at football games. I've seen people do these at baseball games. I've seen, like, the Baltimore Orioles. They did go to the playoffs, I think, last year. They won one of the wild card spots, and they've really turned it around. But for a long time in Baltimore, they were a horrible, shitty team. And basically, there was a whole group of fans that had just had enough of it. They went out and they bought the seats that were right behind the pitcher's mound. And when the game started, everybody was sitting in the section, the whole section. Like when you're watching the game, you're watching from the pitcher's mound to the catcher. There's all those fans you can see right there. And basically, the fans stayed. There was the first pitch of the game, not like the celebrity first pitch, like the real first pitch of the game. They all got up and they left. That was their way. That was their silent sort of protest to the Baltimore owner, saying like, "Hey, you better fix this shit before next season, or we're not coming back." And of course, everybody knows of like the fans that it got made famous in New Orleans with the Saints. They used to wear the bags over their head to sort of like say like they were Saints fans, but they still paid money for these tickets and they still were going to go to the game and everything like that. But that's the way it is. I mean, a lot of people at WrestleMania that are going, we've all paid a lot of money to go, and we want to go to see a good, memorable show. And I don't know. Batista versus Orton, to me, isn't going to be the best match in the world, but it's also not going to be the worst match in the world. Yes, when it comes down to it, and maybe one day when I write my memoirs out about being a wrestling fan, when I write about WrestleMania 30, I'll write about, how big of a star Daniel Bryan was, how big the crowd and the momentum was behind this guy, and he didn't get the spot. And can this guy keep it all the way until WrestleMania 31 in order to get this guy at the right spot? Anybody who's a wrestling fan knows when it comes down to it, WrestleMania is the Super Bowl. WrestleMania is the World Series. WrestleMania is the Stanley Cup of any sporting event. You want to win the big one at the big one. I know they can make this up to him and have Daniel Bryan win the title at Extreme Rules, but really, who wants to go down as the guy who won the title at Extreme Rules? Nobody. You want to win it at the big one. If you don't want it at the big one, you want to win it at one of the other big ones, like the Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, maybe even Survivor Series. Anything else, you win it, it's just you win it. Who out there really remembers the name of the day at the pay-per-view where Mark Henry won his first World Heavyweight Championship? Not many of them, because it wasn't WrestleMania. And, Daniel Bryan deserves it. I mean, this guy's been hot as hell since last year's Mania. I mean, last year, New Jersey went crazy with the yes chants when Bryan and Kane won that tag match. So this has been going, for longer than that, when he was battling the Shield before last year. So it's not a new thing. It's not like the new hot guy on the market that everybody's cheering for. I mean, this is a long time coming. Daniel Bryan deserves it. And Batista says he's going to go through and destroy everybody one by one. I didn't see it on the end of the promo that I saw, but people said that Dolph Ziggler came out and confronted Batista after that. Where that goes from there, I got no clue. But does that mean Batista's going to set his eyes on Bryan? If he sets his eyes on Bryan, aren't people going to draw the comparison that Batista being a close friend of Triple H, even though Triple H is a close friend of Randy Orton, that he's some sort of part of the authority? And if he does, people are going to start thinking about, does that mean if he beats Triple H, he can get into the championship match at WrestleMania and have some sort of special stipulation along the way? I got no clue. All those things are good, but honestly, when it comes down to it, Bryan didn't win the Rumble. Bryan didn't win the Elimination Chamber. Bryan shouldn't be in the match. There's no sort of magic, snap your fingers, put him in there sort of thing. It's not what they did, so they got to do it again down the road. That means you got to keep him hot longer and see what you can do to keep him there. But keep Batista away from Daniel Bryan. If you have Batista beat Daniel Bryan on Raw, on SmackDown, on any sort of super special WWE Network thing, people are going to hate him more. Having him beat Daniel Bryan, having him beat whoever else our heroes are in the WWE is not going to help Batista's case. It makes no sense. It's not the right thing. Don't do it.